Hello everybody, and welcome to Retrostalgia. Today, I, the host, will be giving out 17 facts and details in White Chicks. Ready? I thought so. Let's begin.
Your mother's so dumb, she went to Dr. Dre for a pap smear. Something's wrong, Dr. Dre. My coochie's doing a beatbox.
White Chicks was released by Columbia Pictures on June 23, 2004. It was directed, produced, and written by Keenen Ivory Wayans, who is also the director for the first two Scary Movie films, and he would go on to direct Little Man in 2006, and has previously been the producer on several other Wayans Brothers films, such as Don't Be a Menace from 1996, and would go on to produce Stan's Flick in 2009. The budget of the film was an estimated $37 million, and during its theatrical run, it would make a total of just over $113 million at the worldwide box office, making it a financial success. The idea for the film was visualized when Shawn Wayans was walking around the house in the middle of the night and had read an article about Paris and Nicky Hilton and how they were getting into fights and all that. Shawn thought it would be a great idea for him and his brother Marlon to dress up as two white girls. The makeup artist for the film was Greg Canham, and he was responsible for the makeup on other films such as Hook, Mrs. Doubtfire, The Mask, and Bicentennial Man. Unfortunately, in May of this year, he has since passed away. Rest in peace to him. Speaking of the makeup, how they did the white makeup was when Shawn and Marlon did research. They hung out with their white girlfriends and studied them closely. It then took about 7 hours every day to apply the white makeup, blonde wigs, and blue contact lenses. The prosthetics, however, were very uncomfortable to the actors, as were the clothes and high heel shoes. According to Shawn, the blue contact lenses felt like Coke bottle caps being glued to their eyes, and it ruined their mood. Although the title of the film, White Chicks, can be easily translatable into other languages, the movie's title is different all across the world. In Spanish-speaking Latin America, the film is called So What About the Blondes? In Spain, the film is called Two Blondes with Chest Hair. In Portugal, the film is called Blondes by Force. In France, the film is called FBI, Fake Blondes Undercover. In Quebec, the film is called Funny Blondes. In Greece, the film is called Blondes, Girlfriends. In Vietnam, the film is called Inspector in Disguise. And in Japan, the film is called The Most Evil Cross-Dressing Plan. Even though the film takes place in the state of New York, the film was shot in the province of British Columbia, Canada. And because the film was shot there, you can see some candy at the convenience store that you can't commonly find in the United States, such as Smarties chocolate and XL gum. The two white girls seen in the film that the Wayans brothers characters, Kevin and Marcus, disguise as are named Tiffany and Brittany Wilson. The girls' names come from Paris Hilton. In addition, the film was originally going to be called The Miltons, and was going to be a comical remake of the 1939 film Gone with the Wind, set in a modern-day Beverly Hills. At one moment, the two agents, Harper and Gomez, call Kevin and Marcus different nicknames. They call them Baskin and Robin, Haagen-Dazs, and Ben and Jerry.
Way to go, Baskin and Robin.
Or is it Hog and Dawes?
If it isn't Ben and Jerry.
And these are references to three famous ice cream brands, Baskin-Robbins, Haagen-Dazs, and Ben & Jerry's. These nicknames likely come from the scene where the two agents try to stop the ice cream man at the convenience store thinking he was selling drugs. At one moment in the film, there is a joke about a girl's mother's breast milk being powder because she is so old.
Your mother's so old that her breast milk is powdered. You breastfeed like this.
This is the same joke that was used by comedian Monique in an episode of Snaps, a show that aired on BET in the 1990s.
Your mama's so old, the bitch squirt powdered milk out her titties.
Speaking of which, the two girls that the two agents have a Yo Mama showdown with, their surnames are the Vandergelds. Vandergeld is a Dutch name, and it literally translates to of the money. At one point in the movie, Terry Crews can be seen singing to the song 1,000 Miles by Vanessa Carlton.
And I need you, and I miss you.
His character, named Latrell, says he loves the song.
I love this song.
Crews also loves that song in real life, to the point where he did the whole scene in one take. Additionally, he also made a cameo in the Adam Sandler movie, Click, in 2006, where he lip-syncs to the song Workin' for the Weekend by the band Loverboy. When Kevin is pretending to be a parking valet, Terry Crews says,
"Oh no, my brother, you got to get your own."
This line is taken straight from a record commercial that used to air on BET during the 1980s.
Let me borrow it.
No, my brother, you've got to buy your own.
When Kevin is disguised as Brittany Wilson and goes to check in at the hotel, he is asked for his ID. Upon doing so, you can see it's his Kevin Copeland ID, and it shows his birthday as January 19th, 1971. This is Shawn Wayans' birthday in real life. In one moment, near the end of the film, the two agents are walking down a runway wearing swan dresses. This is a nod to the famous Icelandic singer Björk, who is also known for her iconic swan dress. The dress would also make further appearances in TV shows such as The Fairly Odd Parents and The Redonkulous Race. The film was panned by critics upon release, to the point where it was nominated for 5 Golden Raspberry Awards. The awards it was nominated for were Worst Picture, Worst Actress for the Wayans brothers in Drag, Worst Director for Keenen Ivory Wayans, Worst Screenplay, and Worst Screen Couple for Shawn and Marlon Wayans in or out of drag. However, it did not win any of those awards as it lost to both Fahrenheit 9/11 and Catwoman. Years later, however, the film has since been regarded as a cult classic. In March 2018, a sequel to White Chicks was confirmed to be in the works. In June 2019, Terry Crews confirmed a sequel on the program Watch What Happens Live, discussing it with Andy Cohen. But Marlon would confirm that this information was not meant to leak and that the deal had not been confirmed. Would you watch a sequel to White Chicks? Let me know in the comments. Well, that's all for now. Did you enjoy this video? Then make sure to click on the like button. In the meantime, subscribe to the channel as well. And make sure to follow Retrostalgia on other social media. The links to the websites will be in the description. Anyway, thanks for tuning in to Retrostalgia, and I'll see you all next time.